In this video, we're going to go over some of the most expensive vintage Star Wars toys from the Power of the Force and what these are worth in 2024. Plus, we'll cover what they came with and some info that you need to know if you want to collect these the right way. Let's go. By the time the Power of the Force toys hit the shelves in 1985, there were no more plans for Star Wars movies, making these figures a bit lackluster for kids and fans especially, since there was so much competition from other popular toy lines like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and He-Man. And all these toys had weekly cartoons and comic books that were constantly reminding the kids and parents that these new toys were on the shelves. But for the Star Wars Kenner line, to get the parents and kids excited, the figures included collector's coins, which come to a total of 62. Even though 37 card backs were released on the new Power of the Force card backs, including the new figures, there are 92 figures shown on the back. Most of the coins were offered as mail-away prizes and were never paired with carded figures. This was because by 1986, sales for the Star Wars toys took a major dive, forcing toy stores to limit toy shelf space for the Star Wars line in favor for the competition that was selling better. And with that, Star Wars faded into the distance, and in 1986, Kenner officially ended the Star Wars toy line until Hasbro reinvigorated the line almost 10 years later. So if you missed last video where I went over the action figures from the first 3 movies, go check those out, but let's get started. There were 15 new action figures that were released in 1985, and I'll be going over the USA Kenner releases and their coins. Starting with Anakin Skywalker, who was officially released a year earlier in 1984 as a mail-away offer on the 79 Return of the Jedi card backs, and came in a plain white mailer box. This figure comes with no accessories. It made its card back debut on the 1985 Power of the Force card backs, and today that debut card goes for prices around $3,000, and loose examples are going for $35 in great condition, and this is the most affordable action figure in the Power of the Force line. Since this figure's card back was only distributed in limited amounts, its coin is very rare to find. Today, it's going to cost you around $350 to $400 for coins in great shape. Amanda Man was officially released in 1984 in the Sears exclusive Jabba the Hutt Dungeon Action playset, but would get his official Power of the Force card back release in 1985. This figure comes with a staff that depicts all its victims on it, a collector's coin, and it's one of the biggest action figures in the vintage Star Wars line. The card back will cost you around $530 for an example in good shape, and a loose complete figure will cost $280 for an excellent version. When collecting this figure, make sure that the staff is straight to be considered mint as possible, as most of these that you're going to find in the wild will be warped and bent. The coin will cost around $45 for an excellent example. Barada was officially released in the 1984 Sears exclusive Jabba the Hutt Dungeon Action playset, and would get his Power of the Force cardback debut in 1985. He comes with a skiff guard staff and a collector's coin. The debut card will cost around $270 for a good example, and a loose complete figure will cost $175 for great versions. The coin is running at prices at $40 for one in great shape. The prices in this video have been researched and averaged on sites like Facebook, eBay, and on various accredited auction sites. Doing that research takes time and resources. So to support this channel, visit the links in the description of this video. Join this channel as a member or support me at patreon.com/thepadawancollector. Your generous support keeps this channel making content. So thank you. And now back to the video. EV-99 was introduced in the 1984 Sears exclusive Jabba the Hutt Dungeon Action playset and would get its card back debut in 1985 in the Power of the Force. This figure comes with no accessories, but a cool feature is the jaw, which moves by using the lever in the back of its head. The card back price today goes for $525, and the loose figure will cost $345 for a figure in great shape, and that the arms and legs are straight and not bowed out or broken as many examples are found today. The coin will cost $65 today for a nice looking example. R2-D2 with pop-up lightsaber updates the dome from the sensor scope version in 1982 and now features a green lightsaber that pops out of the dome with a few clicks of the head. Alone, either the figure or the lightsaber can go for very high dollars, so it's best to buy this figure complete and not piece by piece. The card back goes for prices around $1,000 today for versions in good shape, and a loose complete figure in excellent condition will cost $585, with the coin costing $60 for a great version. This is the second action figure having an accessory meant for another action figure to use. The other, C-3PO with removable limbs that comes with a vinyl backpack meant for another action figure to use. The A-Wing pilot comes with a black Endor blaster, and this figure's silver paint apps on its chest and eyebrows, they tend to rub off. So look for that if you're on the hunt for one. The card back will cost $450 for good versions, and a loose complete example in excellent shape will cost averages of $300, with the coin running prices of $33 today. Han Solo in Carbonite Chamber, as the name says, comes with a carbonite chamber that the action figure fits in and no other accessories. And this would be the biggest accessory packed with a carded action figure in the entire line. On card, this figure will cost $600 today in good shape, and a loose complete example will run $230 in excellent condition, with the coin costing $50. Imperial Dignitary only had a brief appearance in The Return of the Jedi, but we got the action figure. Sometimes called the Space Pope, this figure comes with no accessories. Its Kenner card back will cost $265 for a version in good shape. For a loose figure, make sure its nose paint isn't rubbed off, and in great condition, this figure will cost $160 today, with its coin running $42. Imperial Gunner is one of the best looking figures in my opinion, and comes with the L-back black Endor blaster specifically. So when you collect this figure, make sure of that. Its card back will cost $500 today in good shape, and loose and complete versions with the correct blaster will cost $340 in excellent condition, with the coin coming in at $30 in great shape. Lando Calrissian General Pilot comes with a soft goods cape and the Black Palace Blaster. This Black Palace Blaster costs a lot on its own, so to get this figure complete is suggested. Make sure that the hair paint app isn't rubbed off as well. The card back will cost around $400 in good shape, and a loose complete figure in excellent condition will run you about $290 today, with its coin going for prices of $40. Luke Skywalker Imperial Stormtrooper outfit comes with a removable helmet and the Black Imperial Blaster. Carded, this will cost $1,250 for a version in good shape, and a complete loose figure will run $400 for an excellent version, with the coin costing about $65. There are two variants of this coin, one with the eyes and one without. Both cost about the same. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This figure looks exactly like John Denver. Once you see it, you can never unsee it.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Luke Skywalker in Battle Poncho comes with a soft goods poncho and a Black Palace Blaster, which is very expensive on its own. But shockingly, no lightsaber and no removable helmet, although this does come with a black belt. For this figure, make sure that the soft goods poncho is not frayed or torn, and that the Black Palace Blaster is nice and straight. Carded, this figure will cost around $500 in good shape, while a loose complete figure will run $325, and the coin will cost around $40. Ramba made his cardback debut in 1985, and comes with a hood and the same spear that Wicket uses. His cardback will go for prices of about $230 in good shape, with a loose complete figure costing $190, and its coin coming in at $35. Warwick comes with a hood, bow, and a quiver, and its cardback goes for prices of around $340 in good condition, while complete loose figures run at $300 in great shape, and the coin will cost $30 today. The final action figure is Yak Face, probably one of the most sought after figures in the entire vintage Star Wars line. This was because it had a very limited run, with its Power of the Force card only being released in Canada and Australia, and in Europe it was available in the Tri-Logo Return of the Jedi cardbacks, but did not come with his skiff guard staff like other carded releases, and this limited release reflects in the prices. The carded Power of the Force figure will run anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 depending on condition, and the Tri-Logo card will cost around $2,500 to $3,000 in good condition. and loose, either with or without the staff, is averaging in prices of $550. For a loose figure, make sure that the paint hasn't rubbed off, especially on the hands, to consider this a mint figure. Make sure to look at the reference photos that show mint examples before you try to buy this figure. The coin can also be expensive on its own and costs averages of $750 to $1,000 depending on condition. And what about the other action figures like the Wampa, Dewback, and even the Trash Monster? In the next video, we're going to price those action figures out as well, and what they're worth in 2024. Plus, some facts that you should know before collecting them. To watch that or other episodes that you might like, click the videos on your screen now. And as always, my friends, thank you, and I will see you next time.